Hare Krishna, the 55th Shloka from the second chapter. So here Krishna answers the question asked by Arjuna. I'll read out the question once again for the people who haven't seen the previous video. Arjuna said, "O Krishna, what are the symptoms of one whose consciousness is thus merged in transcendence? How does he speak and what is his language? How does he sit and how does he walk?" Right? Arjuna is eager. How does a knowledgeable man or an enlightened man do all these things? So Krishna answers here in the 55th Shloka. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan Atmanyevatmana Tushtaha Sthitha Pragyas Tadochyate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "O Partha, when a man gives up all varieties of desires for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness." Let's read it out briefly. Purport. The Bhagavatam affirms that any person who is fully in Krishna consciousness or devotional service of the Lord has all the good qualities of the great sages, whereas a person who is not transcendentally situated has no good qualifications, because he is sure to be taking refuge in his own mental concoctions. Consequently, it is rightly said herein that one has to give up all kinds of sense desire manufactured by mental concoction. Artificially, such sense desires cannot be stopped, but if one is engaged in Krishna consciousness, then automatically sense desires subside without extraneous efforts. So I would highlight this thing, right? One who is putting an effort towards Krishna consciousness, at that time desires do arise, and it's natural in the beginning that desires are not controllable, right? But as and when you keep chanting the Maha Mantra, right, or you meditate, you slowly start practicing. Once you do, controlling your senses becomes effortless, right? You just don't want to be under them, right? It becomes very effortless. So that's what this particular statement is saying. Therefore, one has to engage himself in Krishna consciousness without hesitation, for this devotional service will instantly help one onto the platform of transcendental consciousness. The highly developed soul always remains satisfied in himself by realizing himself as the eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord. Such a transcendentally situated person has no sense desires resulting from petty materialism. Rather, he remains always happy in his natural position of eternally serving the Supreme Lord. Right? Slowly we get an idea how this person in Krishna consciousness sits, or how is his behavior. Right? So he's eternally in himself, and he knows that he is one of the servant of the Supreme Lord. Right? So till the next sloka, Hare Krishna.